Hello my lovelies, welcome back to my channel and another video. I'm sat in my loungewear with slippers on right now because I'm about to film the first Q&A I have filmed in, how long would you say it's been? Probably about 3 months, 4 months, let's check. It has been 5 months since I filmed a Q&A style video, so I just thought it was about time. I was going to say grab a cup of tea, but I haven't even grabbed one. It is currently 7:30 while I'm filming this. I just had this really huge buzz of energy and I was like, do you know what? I've been sat on the sofa all day, I'm going to put my makeup on, I'm going to get my top half dressed, I'm going to keep my pajama bottoms on, and I am going to film a super chatty Q&A video. So get cozy. I've asked on my Instagram, which is @basicallyaprincess, spam me with questions, says be as nosy as you like. I've done this a few times over the last few weeks. I've just not done what I have told you guys to do, which is ask me questions. I've just never gone and filmed the video, purely because I've got like a home bagging video to film, or I've just got another video to film. I've just never got round to filming it. So I'm gonna film it now. I've got a few different questions there. So I've probably got in total, I've probably about 30-40 questions that have been asked. I'm just gonna choose sort of a few here and there as I scroll up. So the first one I have been asked is, do you usually have to buy a lot of Christmas presents, and how's the Christmas shopping going? So I don't have a huge family really, and the last few years I've kind of copped out a little bit in the fact that I just moved out. Well, I've moved out for 3 years. What I mean is, I buy presents for my mum, my dad, my sister, my brother, my 2 sisters and my brother, and Lou, which is my partner Lou, if you've just found this video. And so I'd buy for them, and then we'd send a box down to England with Christmas presents. But because the last 2 years I've just kind of like give my mum and dad money that I've been buying my cousin and my aunties and my granny and granddad presents, and I had like bought like my granny and granddad the like personalised calendars, but usually we would just send a big box of presents down to them, and it would be from the Mills family. So I'd kind of copped out in the fact that I hadn't actually personally gone out and bought them a present, if that makes sense, because that's how it'd been done forever. Like I'd buy a box of chocolates and I'd buy like personalised calendars to add to the box for the family, but I'd never gone out and personally said, this is the gift from me and Lou. Do you know what I mean? So this year I was like, Harriet, come on, you need to up your game. So I am buying this year for my granny and granddad, my auntie, my 2 cousins and her partner, for my mum, dad, my little brother and sister, 2 sisters rather, Lou, and like best friends. So that's kind of this year. I'm not going totally crazy. I don't know, what would you say in the comments? Is that a huge list to have? Have you guys cut down this year on who you're buying for? Are we just going like direct family? I don't know. I feel like my list isn't actually that huge. It's just direct family. I'm not going all crazy. I think I'll probably buy like, we've got like a couple that live above us in the flat above. I'll probably buy them like a bottle of Prosecco and a card this year, because it's just been a rubbish year, hasn't it? But yeah, I don't have a huge list to buy for. I wouldn't say so anyway. And this year's a little bit bigger, purely because I've copped out the last few years and just bought stuff for this big box we'd send down to England. So yeah, that's my answer to the question. Are you born and bred in Scottish? If so, why haven't you got a Scottish accent? I've answered this before, but obviously I understand that we've got like new followers on my channel, which is great. I was born in York, and I am English. My parents, I'm 100% English, parents both born in York. So yeah, that's why I've got, I don't know, would you say in the comments I've got a pure Yorkshire accent, or would you say I've got a very mild Yorkshire accent with a twang of the Scottish? So I don't know. If you stood me next to Lou was born in London, but he was brought up in Edinburgh, so he's got an Edinburgh accent. You would never know Lou had Edinburgh accent, like you would just never know. So he has got an Edinburgh accent and pure Scottish. So next to Lou, anywhere we go, I'm like, hi there. I'm just trying to think of it. So say we're booking into a hotel, so I'm like, hi there, yes, we're booking under Mills, and I'll put my posh voice on, and Lou will be like, hi there, we're booking under Mills. You know what I mean? Together I sound English beyond English, and he sounds Scottish beyond Scottish. So yeah, that's why I haven't got a Scottish accent. Let me know in the comments. Do you think I sound a bit Scottish? Don't know. Have you filmed clearing out your cupboard of doom? So if you are not on my Instagram, and in fact everyone knows, if you're a regular on here, you know I have the worst situation. I've got a cupboard of doom. So I've started cleaning my cupboard of doom because this is the first time in my life I've had free time. I've always worked, I'm still working now, but I'm self-employed now. And I've never had time to clean my cupboard of doom out, and it's just built up over 3 years. Lou just said when I moved in, have that cupboard. And because I moved from my mum's house to this house, and then as you all know, I buy a lot of stuff, I chuck it in that cupboard because the flat is so small. And do you know what, we went actually popped round a few weeks ago to Lou's mum's house, and she's got a 2-bedroom house. Long story short is, we were wandering around that house and I just realised I've got to stop being so hard on myself with like clutter in the flat. We live in a 1-bedroom, open plan, kitchen, living room flat. We've got 1 bedroom, which is obviously closed off from the living room and the kitchen, a bathroom, and you know, I've got to stop being so harsh on myself, like, oh, there's so much clutter. I'm like, Harriet, you live in a 1-bedroom flat and there's 2 of you. You know what I mean? It's a lot of stuff you gather. And anyway, my cupboard of doom just became my dumping ground. And to be honest, that is our loft for the flat, because we don't have a loft. So it just became like a loft dumping, and everyone laughed because I call it the cupboard of doom. So long story short, I've started organising. I've taken a video of beforehand, but not with my camera annoyingly. I took it with my phone. So if I'm going to show the YouTube world my cupboard of doom when I finished it, I'll have to show it on the before on a camera, on a phone camera, so it'll be different on YouTube. It won't be a long. Anyway, I will show you guys eventually the before and after of my cupboard of doom, but it was too embarrassing to show and film the whole clear out process, because it was just a cupboard that I'd really closed the door on after working hundreds of hours here and there and never having time to clean it out. So I haven't filmed the process of it, but I will film the before. I filmed the before already, and I am about 2 days off finishing it. I've just been doing slowly by slowly, filling a bin bag up day by day, and it's not even junk in there. It's literally just literally just cardboard boxes, rubbish. I need it out, not like food rubbish, like just rubbish, stuff that I don't even need. That's chucked in there. All needs to go. It's going slowly. 2 days and it'll be finished. Is there good money to be made doing YouTube? Now, if you're going to start doing YouTube to make money, you're going to be here a long time. I've just hit 2 years of doing YouTube this year, and I've only just now, 2 years in, probably, yeah, this year I've hit the moment where I'm actually starting to earn a little bit of money from YouTube, which is really nice every single month. What I mean by that is, this year I've hit what I would say is a good amount of extra income for me a month. It's not huge, it's not a huge amount, but it's better. It pays a few bills. So yeah, I've got to a point now where I'm so grateful for the little bit of income I get every month from YouTube, but it's taken 2 years to get to this point. So I love doing YouTube. I don't do it really to earn any money. It's just an actual added bonus sort of thing. But obviously I'm not gonna lie and say to you that it's not amazing to earn some money from doing something you love. Obviously it is, but yeah, there is absolutely good money to be earned from YouTube, but you've got to work your butt off, consistent uploads, and at least upload 2 or 3 times a week, and you will get there. I'm not there 100% yet, but I'm earning a good enough sort of little pot each month, so it's not all bad. But yeah, I love YouTube, absolutely doing it. What are your plans for the winter months, as you won't be running your boat tour business? So I've actually been asked this loads, quite a few of you asked me this, and I think it's just when you live on an island, the way I can explain it is, it's like a lot of people, I live on the Isle of Skye, if you're new to my channel, you don't know. It's a tourist run island, so in the summer, like, if I could explain to you guys how busy it is, apparently Skye had more tourists in the last few years than Edinburgh had. Like, Skye is a small island, and all I can explain is, me and Lou, for the 3 months we were open from our business starting and tourism opening to then, we literally worked 12-hour days for 3 months. Every day we were working 12 hours, right? And obviously we understand it's a new business, but we literally were doing 4 or 5 boat trips a day. So we just made sure that we were comfortable for the winter. We didn't have to work, and that is our goal in life, is to work 6 months of the year and then travel and explore for the other 6 months. This year we haven't obviously been able to do that because of Corona, but when we start up our trips in March next year, hopefully, fingers crossed, we will be as busy as we were this year on our first year, and we can explore and just go travelling next winter. That would be the goal. Not going to be working over the winter, but I'll tell you one thing, we are not sat on our bums doing nothing. We have earned a few weeks of just relaxation, but we've got paperwork to do. I mean, you're doing everything when you run your own business, so you're never not doing anything, but I'm just appreciating, after working in retail and working in a shop environment since I was 16 and now I'm 24, so it's been 8 years, I'm just appreciating having some me time over this winter. And yeah, that's the answer to that question. Do you want a small wedding or huge one? I know, I can't believe I'm engaged. I still can't believe this because we haven't been able to really celebrate it, have an engagement party, do anything like that. We haven't even been out for dinner since we got engaged because all the restaurants shut down just after we got engaged. We haven't even been, we've booked a gorgeous dinner, we've booked a really nice gorgeous dinner at our favourite restaurant on the 19th of December, and it will be 4 months to that day that Lou proposed. Was it 19th? Yeah, 4 months to that day. So on that night, we're going to have a let our hair down. I'm going to get so glam. I need to find an outfit, guys. We're going out for a dinner to this gorgeous steakhouse, and we're going to have wine and cocktails. I'm going to, just 4 months after he proposed, celebrate, as you do in Corona. So yeah, our plans for our wedding is, I don't want a huge one. I haven't got a huge group of friends or like family, so I would like maybe like a middle-sized wedding, like not small, and like maybe like, we're both sort of thinking maybe about 30 guests each, so maybe about 60-70 people. We don't want a huge wedding. Is that small? I don't know, maybe about 70 guests in total for the day. That's kind of what we're thinking. What made you start doing YouTube? And you're my favorite you're my favorite channel. Oh, thank you so much, honestly, thank you. What made me start doing YouTube? I just loved it. I watched hauls all the time, and to be honest, I'd show Lou my hauls of what I've bought and he would never be interested. He'd just be like, great. And because I'd moved out, I wasn't at home anymore. I hadn't got my mum loved to see my hauls. Hadn't got my mum to show anymore. I was like, do you know what, I'm going to start a YouTube channel. I am going to get myself on YouTube and I am going to film what I am buying, you know, and I just thought, let's just do it. So I did it and I love it, and I'm so happy I decided that day to sit down and film my first YouTube video. Where will you be spending Christmas this year? We'll be going to my mum's for Christmas this year. Every year we end up going to my mum's, and then we'd usually spend like the evening at Lou's dad's. So yeah, I've still got little brothers and sisters, so Lou always knows it's really important to be around the kids in the morning and like most of the day in Christmas, and then the evening we go see Lou's dad's and we'd have like a nice dessert, or we'd like have some wine and get a wee bit merry at Lou's dad's, you know what I mean? So that's kind of how we would do it, and I think it'll be the same this year. But this year we don't really know what we're going to do because you can only choose 3 households. So I think if my sister comes back from her household to my mum's as well, then that's like, I don't know, it's all confusing. So I know that we are going to my mum's for Christmas, but I'm not really sure what we're going to do after this year because it's all a bit up in the air. So I don't know, but definitely going to my mum's, see my little brother and sister in the morning, Christmas dinner, all that jazz. Do you and Lou want children anytime soon? So I disappoint you all, definitely not. We're not, like, no. I helped my mum and dad bring up my little brother and sister because I was like between 12 and 16 when they were born, and I just ended up becoming like a third parent figure in their life. I understand that kids are not flipping easy. They are not easy, and I just want to enjoy my life. I want to go exploring, as I just said to you guys, next winter we want to go exploring. No, not anytime soon. If I had a 5-year plan, maybe when I'm like 29, 30, and I'm 24 now. I'm 25 in a couple of months. So, and at the end of my 5-year plan, maybe they will come. I'm not saying I don't want kids, I absolutely do at some point, but they're not coming anytime soon. We're gonna get a pet first. And going on from that, someone has put, are you and Lou getting a pet anytime soon? So do you know what, guys, watch this space. It's not as exciting as a dog, but we're getting in the first stage. In the next couple of weeks we will be, I'm not gonna let you guys know, but let's just say watch this space over the next couple of weeks, because we might end up becoming parents. Who knows? Pet parents. Did you always want to run your own business? Yes. Oh my gosh, yes. I've always, ever since a child, I've always had like business ideas. Like as a kid, I'd like make bracelets and sell them at school. And then when I left school, I had my own sweet candy cone business. And I was only 18. I loved it. I went to craft fairs all over selling my candy cones. And candy cones were just, basically they were sweet cones, but they weren't just any sweet cones. I actually physically hand put each sweet in, and I made them like designed in each cone. Honestly, they were incredible. I literally made, I'm quite crafty and arty like that. And I loved it. But then it just became to the point where you'd need to get, like where we lived on Skye, you weren't getting the amount of orders you needed to sustain the business, if that makes sense. And then it was like I would be getting like maybe 7 or 8 big party orders a month, which was good, but it was only like maybe 50-60 pounds an order, and then it just wasn't sustainable because you were buying all the sweets in, but you weren't getting rid of them as fast. But social media wasn't even a huge thing then. That sounds like I'm so old, what the fudge. 8 years ago I was doing that. And basically what I mean is, if I was doing it now on Instagram, I would be selling so many candy cones, I'm imagining, because social media is a huge thing, and I could do an online click and buy, send them to people. You get the gist. I probably would do so much better now, but I was amazing at it. I'm not even bigging myself up. I loved it, and it was really popular. But yeah, I had my own candy cone business, and I loved doing it. But then I got my job at the co-op, and yeah, got my job at the co-op, life, bills got in the way, and I just couldn't finish it. But it would have been a good business idea, that, because it was doing quite well at the time. But I just need to keep, I think if the internet had been more there, I would have done better. So yeah, have you thought about where you would like to get married and the wedding and your wedding destination? So this is my last question I'm going to answer for this video, guys. If you liked it, please let me know in the comments, and ask me more questions, and I'll film another one. But have you thought about where you'd like to get married and the destination? So I have thought about where we want to get married, and I think we want to get married in St Andrews. We've been humming and hawing about it though, because we can't actually go at the moment. Anyone who's engaged in this virus situation will understand, and wedding planning is a flipping nightmare. You can't go anywhere to plan it because you can't book anywhere, because you don't know what's going to happen. And everyone keeps saying to me, have you only booked your wedding? I don't want a long engagement. I'm going to finish. I don't want a long engagement. I just want to get married. Just want to get married. But I want to get married in St Andrews. I've always loved the idea of getting married in St Andrews, but this whole coronavirus situation is kind of putting me off, and I'm kind of thinking, should I just get married in a local place? I don't know. So I don't know. I just know that the wedding is going to happen probably, I originally said late 2021, because we can't do it, we're working between March and October, so we have to get married between October and March. So it's going to be a winter wedding, or it's going to be a November wedding probably. So if we're going to get married, it's either going to be next 2021 or 2022, but that just seems so flipping far away. Or I could maybe get married in March 2022 before the season starts. I don't know. Basically, I want to get married in the next 2 years, and I just need to go with Lou, and we need to just book something. We just need to book it. That's my little rant to myself. But yeah, that is the answer to your question. I'm wanting to get married in St Andrews, in the ideal world, but I don't know with corona and all that sort of stuff. The reason I'm saying St Andrews is I've got a lot of family in England, and I've got like my younger cousins and auntie who would travel to Skye, but I've also got like my granny and granddad who I don't think would manage travelling all the way up to Skye again. So you've got to think about all these little things where we live. It's literally in the middle of nowhere, and it's so hard to get here. It's just such a long flipping journey for anyone. But yeah, thank you so much for watching this video, guys. I really hope you enjoyed this chatty video. I loved flipping filming this. So if you enjoyed it, let me know in the comments, ask me another question, and maybe I can film another one for next week. So yeah, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you all real soon in my next video. Bye guys.